I tested and failed 19 dropshipping products before I found the cheat code that generated me $250,000 in a single month on my first winner. And today, I'm gonna give you the exact blueprint to win and play the video game of dropshipping. If you feel like dropshipping is too hard and you can't find any success, this video is gonna gamify dropshipping and it'll take you half the time it took me to find success. You see, dropshipping is exactly just like a video game. And as we all know, once you know the cheat code, you physically cannot lose. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering why you should listen to me, my name is Rayston. I just turned 18 4 months ago, and throughout my whole 3 years of dropshipping, I've generated over 7 figures in revenue, generated $250,000 in a single month, and also you can watch the video just by clicking the top right of your screen. And with that being said, let's get ready to rumble. Level 1 is the tutorial. Before you play any game, you have to choose your character. And in dropshipping, your character is your niche. It dictates your weakness and strengths. Most people fail because they just throw a random product on a generic store and they expect to win. That's the same equivalent of jumping into a Fortnite game with a pistol while everyone has an AK-47. You see, the most common mistake beginners do when they first start dropshipping is that they pick a product or niche that they like instead of understanding the market. But here's something that I did that made me succeed. Number 1, pick a niche that has long-term potential. Secondly, build a one product store, not a generic store. And last but not least, make my website look clean as fuck. Because if your website looks scammy, no one's gonna buy from it. So you may be asking, what's a good example of a good website and a bad website? I'm gonna show you this website called SolarWave, which is a multi 8-figure dropshipping store. So moving on, we're on to SolarWave's website. And as you can see, the number one thing that stands out is their offer, right? They have a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 1-year warranty that just reduces the perceived risk for customers, encouraging them to try the product, as well as offering product bundles because that increases the average order value and provides a more comprehensive solution for customers. Limited time offers, low stock indicators creates a sense of urgency, prompting customers to actually take action and buy. Now, the number one thing on why SolarWave is so successful is because they focus on the benefits of their technology, which is like reduces wrinkles, improving skin tone, rather than just listing features, because this actually resonates with customers looking for solutions. As well as social proof, because they leverage customer testimonials, media mentions, and expert endorsements to build credibility. Their website is easy to navigate and visually appealing, so this creates a positive first impression and encourages exploration. So as you can see, SolarWave is selling their red light therapy wand for $134, guys. And funny thing, if we look over on AliExpress right now, we can find the exact same product for $7.27. So if you do the math, that's around $124 in profit on one product. Once you have this foundation set, don't get stuck on the character customization. Let's move on to level 2 in the dropshipping video game. Level 2 is the first boss fight. This is where you have to pick the right products to sell. This is the part that people find the hardest. You pick a product, you build a store, you run ads, you get no sales, and you think dropshipping is dead. But this part is actually easy when you understand how to properly execute level 2 of branded dropshipping. Keyword: branded. The most common mistakes people make when they first test a product and it fails is instead of reanalyzing what went wrong, they completely disregard it, jump on a new product and do the exact same thing and expect to see success. And they still wonder, hey, why aren't I successful in dropshipping? But that's just level 2. You're supposed to lose a few times before you find your first winner. For me, it took losing 19 times. And I want to cut the learning curve and gamify dropshipping for you with the rest of the steps in this video. But after failing 19 products, here's how I cracked the cheat code to beat the boss fight. Number 1, stop chasing trends. You have to find evergreen winners. Number 2, validate demand before launching. Check TikTok, check Google Trends, check Facebook ad library, check PP ads. And last but not least, you have to test products like a sniper, not a shotgun. Think of a sniper. You only have one shot, and if you miss, it takes a long time to reload. Whereas if you have a shotgun and you fire multiple shells, you're just firing stuff at random objects. Now, for level 3 in this branded dropshipping game is the power up level. This is where you build a high quality store. And this is also where most people mess up because they think this step is not important. And even with the right product selection, this step will make or break your beautiful dropshipping store. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce you guys to this app called Atlas. Atlas. Unlike other pre-built stores, Atlas is specifically designed for your product, writing its own unique copy and optimizing the images for the product of your choosing. Atlas also directly integrates to Shopify, so importing your store is as simple as clicking a button. Keep in mind guys, I am not sponsored or affiliated by this app. I just want to let you guys know what me and my students are currently using. I'm not going to cover how to use Atlas, but if you want an in-depth tutorial, just DM me on Instagram Atlas and I'll send you over a full tutorial on how I built my stores. So with that being said, if you can really execute this next part right, it can be the main difference between $100 days and tens of thousands of dollars in a single day. Just to clear this up, e-commerce isn't about winning products, it's about winning creatives. But before I get into the most important part of the video, I want to tell you that everything that I'm going to be covering in this video is actually covered in my community called ecommerce, where I've helped people like Xavier go from $0 to $12,000 in a single month, or Akon who went from $0 to $15,000 in a single month as well, Albrecht making 17,000 euros in 30 days, or even complete beginners who are making the first few sales. So click the first link in the description below if you are interested in me helping you build and scale your store, and most importantly, we guarantee you to make $10,000 in a single month within the next 30 to 90 days guaranteed. But without further ado, let's dive into level 4 in this video game of dropshipping. Level 4 is PvP. This is where you start to scale your store using ads. These platforms are exactly like a PvP arena because you compete with other advertisers for customer attention through bidding. And most dropshippers fail here because they don't understand how to scale with good ad creatives. When I first started dropshipping, I was so scared to risk money to scale because it was so daunting. But here's why you need to spend money to make money. I'm gonna be covering the biggest lies that gurus tell you. This is traditional dropshipping. Whole entire process is find a product. Once you found a product, you're gonna want to build your store. Once you've built your store, you want to start testing the products on ads. And once you've tested the products and it doesn't work out, you're gonna repeat the same exact cycle from scratch. You go back to finding a product and then building a store, then testing money on ads, and when it doesn't work, you do the exact same thing. This method of dropshipping is completely dead. So I'm gonna cover another method that me and my students are currently using, which is the branded dropshipping way. We follow the exact same principle, which is we find a product first, we build a store, and then we test our product on ads. But the main difference is once we test our product on ads and we lose money, we don't actually lose money. We collect data. So I'm going to say this again. We don't lose money. We collect data. So you may be asking, what does collecting data even mean? I'm going to break it down for you guys as simple as I can. There's two components that comes down to collecting data. Number one is the pipeline, and number two is the ad. So what exactly does ads and pipeline mean? Ads is your CTR, your CPC, and last but not least, your CPA. So if you don't already know what these stands for, CTR stands for click-through rate, CPC stands for cost per click, and CPA stands for cost per acquisition. Typically, you want your CTR to be above 3%, you want your CPC to be below $1.50, and your CPC is calculated by the amount of profit you get per product. So let's say you're selling this product for $22 and you get this product for $4. In turn, your CPA will then be $18. So once you calculated this number, you typically want your CPA to be below this number. Moving on to the pipeline. Our pipeline consists of the add to cart rate and our conversion rate. So typically we want our add to cart rate to be above 8% and we want our conversion rate to be above 3%. So you may be asking, Rayston, but how do I know which is the problem in my funnel? Is it the ads or is it the pipeline? The whole pipeline consists of your PDP, which is your product page. This in turn means the whole entire process from someone buying your product, from when they enter your store, adding to cart, completing the payment, and then the success page. What I've just explained for you guys is when we spend money on ads and we lose money, we collect the data, right? We need to see, is our ads the problem or is it our pipeline that is the problem? Because majority of the time, there's a 99% chance that it is not your product, it is the way you're marketing your product or your whole entire pipeline on your website. Keep in mind, when people say they do product research or they do market research, this is the market research that you're supposed to be doing. And once you've identified which is the problem, you would then want to change it and then start running new ads. So guys, back to the PvP arena. Facebook and TikTok ads are your battlegrounds. I started with $25 a day and I've only managed to scale my winners so far. So guys, it is very, very important that you have to spend money, because in order to make money, you need to invest in ads. And guys, keep in mind, the best ad wins, not product. If an ad flops, I would then switch the hook, audio, before giving up. Now, it's time to move on to the boss battle. But I'm going to make it easy for you so that you can scale your store up to 5, 6, 7 figures and live an easy life. This level is time to build a real branded dropshipping store and a proper strategy. Without understanding how to build a real brand and a real strategy, you will never ever be able to turn this into a full-time career and become a full-time dropshipper like I did at just the age of 18. Being able to take care of my family, not having to worry about my financial problems, and most importantly, live life on my own means. For example, one of my old stores, I ran this product called I Need a Max Win. That, for instance, isn't a branded product. That is a gimmicky product, because at that point it was a viral product. I was getting pretty constant sales, but after 2 to 3 months that product died down. Guys, listen, the whole point of branded dropshipping is for you to scale this long term and build longevity, and even potentially sell this store for 6, 7, 8 figures in the future. Because guys, you don't want to make the same mistake I did. I picked a gimmicky product, and after the product died, I went back to doing product research. I had no real strategy. It was all just a game of luck. But with branded dropshipping, it's all about skills and strategies. And remember guys, you're in this for the long term. The long-term strategy that I made to build my branded dropshipping store is by optimizing my landing page to my ideal customers, picking a product that solves a hyper-specific problem instead of going broad. For instance, if you were to sell a product that solves acne problems, there are multiple ranges of acne problems. For example, there is whitehead, blackheads, oily skin, dry skin. What I'm trying to say here is you have to go and find a specific problem. Because if a customer who has blackheads go to your product and your product just says it solves acne, they are not more prone to buy, right? But if you were selling a product that is specifically for blackheads, they will feel more motivated to buy it because it's directly targeted to them. But as you can see, dropshipping is so easy the second you stop seeing it as a job and start treating it like a video game. Every level has strategies, level ups, and boss fights. And if you want me to walk you through each level and help you max out all your stats as fast as possible, you can click the first link in the description and work with me personally one-on-one, where I will help you build and scale your store to $10,000 in a single month within the next 30 to 90 days. So with that being said, I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this. Thank you for watching.